Be your own hero. Too many people, they look at external people and they put them at a higher than themselves, okay? They look at other people and they think, oh, they are my hero, and they keep watching them, and then they become like all obsessed with this person and think, oh, these they want to be them, okay? They don't want to be themselves. They want to be the external person they look up to. And let me tell you that you will always keep yourself in a negative energy. You will always keep you in a low self image if you put someone else higher than yourself. Other people in your external world should just be there to inspire you, okay? But not to make you feel jealous, not to make you feel less than that person. Other they are here to inspire. They are here to give you golden nuggets so you can evolve into your highest potential in your own unique way. The person you look up to, first of all, you're just seeing a little tiny part of reality. So you're only probably right now seeing all the positive parts, and all the negative parts are not being shown. And that's most of the time what's happening with people who are very famous. Um, or rich or whatever, certain level of status, these people are not showing the bigger picture, the full picture of current reality. Okay, so you are perceiving someone as 100% good while you're not capable of seeing 100% of the information. So first off, and I can tell you this because I've worked with a lot of famous and rich people, and after working with them for a while, I started to realize that um, many of them are really driven by ego, and that's also one of the reasons they got where they got. But sometimes you have to, you know, sacrifice certain values to reach a higher level in society, or in a financial level. Okay, and I believe that if you truly want to be happy in the core, what the goal is of life, not by gathering external stuff, but by being on the highest energy, being truly happy with yourself, while creating results, while being free. I think you can never absorb all the information of someone you look up to. You just absorb the information, take out the golden nuggets, but then get your alone time, get back in your own energy, and just remove all the values and belief systems that are not connecting to you as a unique individual. Because you should be your own hero. You can look up to people, but you should never want to become them. Because if you want to become someone else, you're saying to yourself that you are less than the thing you are seeing externally. And your internal world is generating the external world. Okay? That's the situation. And once you become aware of this what's happening right now, that your internal world is just as strong as the external world. Your internal world is energy, your external world is energy. Okay, your imagination controls your internal world, it controls your vibration, it controls your perspective, it controls the aura, the energy you are vibrating, and it influences the outer world. Okay, and once that's clear, hey, wait, my inner world can become stronger than the outer world. My inner energy can become stronger than the outer energy. And that way I can influence reality around me in my own unique way. And the universe will adapt to my perspective. Once you start to ingrain that belief system, you will never put someone else higher than yourself. And I am not saying, act like you're the best. I'm not saying that. I feel like if you're acting like you're more than others, it's actually shows a lack of awareness, because you should always put yourself in social situations where you are showing respect, where you are showing a mutual win-win perspective in every situation. Um, you don't have to be in your ego showing people you feel you are more than others. I think you should keep that to yourself. That feeling of, I am worth more than you. I think you should in- internalize it that you are on the first place, because you can only fill other cups from a full cup. You cannot pour into others from an empty cup. So you should always put yourself on the first place, but you should not show that in social situations. Okay, you should always present yourself in such a way where you want a win-win situation for everyone. But the moment your values are crossed, the moment you do things against your feelings, against your true nature, then you should disconnect from that energy, because the number one priority should be put yourself on the highest energy possible, so you become as effective and as valuable as possible from the environment. But the moment the environment starts to suck you to a lower energy, you are not valuable enough to help the bigger energy. And that's what a lot of people are not capable of understanding, that you have to be your own hero. And many people, they put themselves on a lower energy to adapt to their hero. And that's not what you should do. You should meet the person that inspires you on the same level. And the moment you feel you are being pushed lower on a lower energy, you should disconnect, because the point is getting on a higher energy. So if you are meeting people and that inspire you, but at the same time you feel your energy is being lowered, just take out the information and get back in your own energy and use the information you've learned. And the moment you are with people who are pushing your energy up and you're learning, stay in that energy. And then the moment you feel you plateau, you're on a level where you're not reaching a higher level or your unique energy, that's the moment you disconnect again. Put value on being alone. Put value and happiness on alone time, being in your own energy, traveling, seeing different places, and evolving. Life should be looking at your heroes, integrate their lessons, integrate their golden nuggets, get back in your own energy, and become your own hero. Remove the belief systems that are not beneficial and keep the belief systems that are. And that's how you keep evolving to your full potential. If you keep leeching other people's energy, and you can only be who you are by leaning on other people's energy, you become a tool of the other person. So many people, they are like a slave to their boss and not consciously. So uh, just to give you an example, when there's a social situation where people are financially dependent on someone, on the boss or whatever, people will act more nice to that person because that person is part of their safety. And it's actually very toxic. It's very toxic. Um, you should be capable of communicating well with everyone to get what you want, but you should never lower your values to people or situations that put you on a frequency uh, that make you a slave. And only when you start valuing yourself, your own energy, you believe in yourself. Okay, I believe that with the right information, with the right routine, with the right environment, I'm capable of creating results in this reality, and therefore I should be valuing myself more than any external person. I will learn from external people, but I will never put them above me. Okay, and that's what a lot of people who are rich, a lot of people who are famous, they get so used to people pleasers. Okay, and they get like a big inflated ego, and they will start, you know, thinking they are worth more than others. That's a problem. That's a big problem with, the quote unquote heroes, because on the internet, online, they will seem like this nice person, but in real life, and I've had this with many business situations with different businesses, different influences. I had many experiences like this, where when you start to to know these people, at some point they just see you as a tool, and that's a big problem. That's a very big problem. So you should be your own hero, and keep being true to your own values. Okay, only when you're true to your own values and take out the golden nuggets of what you've learning from others, you stop being a tool from the environment, and you start being your own reality. You start making your own decisions. You start making your own rules. You start creating your own values. You start choosing your own path in life, and you become free. So be your own hero. If you need any help with that, click on the link below. Yeah, thanks for watching. Click subscribe. Give me a comment if you liked the video, and click the bell button. And then I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.